Good afternoon, everyone. So we'll be starting with your poem today, that is When You Are Old. So this is a poem written by Y.B. Yeats, and this is a poem that the poet has written basically for his beloved. That means the person he used to love, but the person whom he used to love, she refused his love. So in that deep in that deep intense emotion of grief, the poet has written this poem for his beloved. Okay, so basically in this poem the poet is telling that person only that when she'll be old, then what is going to happen, and even if she's old, his love for him is the same one. When you are old and grey and full of sleep. So when you are old and grey, that means when you are of old age and you have become grey and full of sleep, is here referred to generally when people they grow old. So they we can say they prefer lying at one place only. They don't prefer moving here to there. So this is that situation when we have already become old and we are approaching our death. So that is what it is mentioned over here. So when you are old and grey and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. So now the poet here is trying to tell the person, okay, so this is for the his particular love only, okay. So what the poet tells his beloved is that his love, that he's telling that his love is spiritual for that person, and he's saying that when you are old and grey and when you are full of sleep and when you are sitting near a fireplace, है ना, fireplace मतलब that place जहाँ पर आप बैठे हो और वहाँ पर क्या है, आग जो है आप जलाकर जो है वो बैठे हुए हो. So she is saying that when you are absolutely in old age and your hair they have become grey and you are feeling sleepy and you are sitting by the fire, so what should, and when you will nod drowsily. Nod means ऐसे सर हिलाना. Drowsily मतलब when we are not in a situation, जब हम अपने पूरे होश और हवास में नहीं होते, we are feeling little sleepy, है ना, when our eyes get closed. And old people, generally with old people all these things happen, ठीक है. And then he is saying that at that time when she'll be sitting like this, then she should pick up this book. Which book? The book of the poems that the poet has written for her beloved one only. So the poet is saying to his beloved one only, so when you will be in this situation, I want you to pick up this book, okay. So the book which is full of the lyrics of romance, the lyrics of love that he has written for her, and he wanted that she should read them very very slowly, okay. Then when she will eventually read the book very very slowly, the book will tell her, then only she will be understand the true worth of love that he had for him, okay. So he is saying that, and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. So now he is saying that when you slowly read this book, then only you will understand my love, and then you will remember, you will recall those days, ठीक है, जो when you were quite young, and that soft look that you had in your eyes. I want you that while reading, that soft look should again come into your eyes, ठीक है. So at that time you were very young and you were having a very eye-catching beauty. So I want that same look should come back into your eyes. Now, how many loved your moments of glad grace and loved your beauty with a love false or true? But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Now these lines are from the second paragraph. Now these lines tell the poet's addressee, or we can say the poet's beloved one, that when how many loved your moments of glad grace, that as you have grown old, so how many people are there who are loving you, okay. So and right now at the moment there must not be many people loving you, but when you were quite young and your beauty was eye-catching, there were a lot of people that might be loving you. There could be some people who could be true, and there could be some people who would be false in the love. But he's saying that there was one person who always loved you spiritually, who always took your soul as a pilgrim soul. All right, so what do you mean by pilgrim soul? Pure hearted soul, like a pure soul. So he is saying that his love was very, very true, very, very pure for her. So there was one person who loved her immensely. ठीक है. So the poet, this pilgrim soul, by saying this, the poet wants to state that he was not loving the outer beauty of Morgana. So Morgana is the name of the beloved of the poet. So he is saying that he did not love the outer beauty of her loved one, but he loved her internal beauty. ठीक है, her simplicity, for her soul, for her good soul, he loved her. It was not that he loved her for outer beauty, for her eye-catching face or something like that. Even if with the passage of the time one could see the changes that had come on the face, because as we grow old, so that reflects on our face, isn't it? We have a lot of wrinkles, we have a lot of dull skin. So all these, he's saying that even if that was reflecting on your face, but still I would love her. ठीक है? So his love for her did not change with the time or with the changing of the beauty. That love will not change because his love for Morgana is absolutely spiritual. Now the last paragraph says, and bending down, no, अच्छा ये हमने कर लिया. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly, how love fled and placed upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Okay, so in these lines, the poet visualizes a time when his beloved will grow old. So now the poet is visualizing that time when she will be absolutely old. And generally when we become old, what happens? And bending down beside the glowing bars. That means what happens? Generally जब हम old हो जाते हैं तो हमारी body क्या हो जाती है? ऐसे bend हो जाती है. ठीक है? So he's saying कि जब वो old होगी तो उसकी body ऐसे bend होगी beside the bars of the fireplace. तो यानी कि जहाँ वो बैठती है, जहाँ पर सर्दियों में हम आग जला के जहाँ पर बैठते हैं, तो वहां पर क्या होगी? वहां पर उनकी बॉडी जब वो ऐसे बेंड करके बैठी होगी वहां पर, तो इन अ वेरी विद अ ग्रेट सॉरो, विद अ ग्रेट डिस्पेयर इन हर हार्ट, शी विल रिकॉल, शी विल रिमेम्बर दैट हाउ हर लवर्स हैव फ्लोन अवे विद द पासेज ऑफ द टाइम. दैट शी विल रिमेम्बर दैट जितने भी लोग उसको उसकी यूथ के लिए, उसकी ब्यूटी के लिए प्यार करते थे, वो सबके सब उससे दूर चले गए हैं. और सिर्फ कौन है वहां पर? ओनली वन पर्सन इज ओनली लेफ्ट देयर. देयर लव हैज ऑल्सो डिसअपियर्ड into overhead mountains and amid a crowd of stars. So he's comparing that love of the other people, that it had already gone now overhead the mountains, यानी माउंटेन से भी दूर वो चला गया है और एक भीड़ भाड़ में वो प्यार क्या हो गया है? खो गया है. और सिर्फ किसका प्यार बचा है? ओनली दैट वन पर्सन ओनली. ठीक है? Now he's saying that all her lovers had left her because they loved her for her physical beauty only, and now that beauty is gone, so all the love also had gone. She is no more beautiful because now her face would be full of wrinkles, her skin would be dull. So now everyone's love has changed for her, but only one person's love will be permanent for her, and that is the poet's love, and it is never going to change. So this is all about in this poem. So it is basically a poem that Y.B. Keats has written for her beloved, that is Morgana is the name of her beloved, and Morgana did not we can say that Morgana refused to accept the poet's love. So this is the extract from a collection of poems called The Rose. So this one poem is from there. Now I will take up the question answers. The first question is, how the journey from youth to old age described in the poem. So there are many words like physical charms, attractive eyes, beautiful face. So this is when she is young. So now how this journey has changed, because earlier we are using these words, and when with the passage of the time, as she is growing old, we are saying that gray hair, bent body, and drowsy, nodding head. So all these are what? These are signs of getting old. So this is how the journey has been described. That earlier she was this, and now she has changed into this. Now what does the phrase full of sleep mean? So full of sleep, as I have told you, that as we grow old, we don't feel like moving here and there, and we sit at one place, and we can say that it is a term. Full of sleep is a term which has been a term used for getting older. ठीक है? Growing older. Now next is, how is the poet's love different from those who also loved his beloved? So how is it different? Because it is said in the poem that others loved her for her outer beauty, for her physical appearance, but the poet's love was different because he loved her pilgrim soul. He loved her for her purity. Okay, so this is how the poet's love is different from other lovers. What is Mordgon reminded of in the poem? So Mordgon is reminded of the youthful days when she was very pretty, when she was very attractive. She is also reminded that all the love of the other people is false, and they love her for the outer beauty, and only the poet loves her for her outer soul, while others' love is only for shorter duration, but the poet's love is for long time, for forever. Now the next question is, but one man loved the pilgrim soul in you. Explain. So we have to explain this line कि वही pilgrim soul आ गया कि purity, और एक इंसान जो poet था वही क्या करता था, उसको बहुत ज्यादा प्यार कर सकता था. Write a short paragraph of 50-150-200 words on the emotions portrayed in the poem. तो emotions हम बोल सकते हैं थोड़ी sweetness की है, थोड़ी bitterness की भी है इस poem में. ठीक है, दोनों emotions हैं. थोड़ा सा लव भी एक्सप्रेस किया है और कहीं ना कहीं पे एक मेलनखली, एक सॉरो, एक डीप जो है वो भी इसमें एक्सप्रेस किया गया. तो इसमें आपको सारा वो इंसिडेंसेस जो है वो नरेट करना है, जिसमें पोइट अपना प्यार भी व्यक्त कर रहा है और ये भी बता रहा है कि कैसे उसका प्यार जो है वो बाकियों से अलग है. ठीक है, सो दिस वाज योर पोएम. Which one? When you are old. So next poem that we are going to take today is Speak Up. ठीक है, so Speak Up is English version of Urdu poem बोल. ठीक है, तो उर्दू में पोएम थी बोल, उसका जो उर्दू वर्जन, इंग्लिश वर्जन है, दैट इज Speak Up. Just sit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes उसके बाद. ठीक है. So now here in this poem, basically the poet is trying to instigate patriotic feelings among the people. तो वो लोगों को चुप रहने के बजाय बोल रहे हैं कि जो भी उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स है उनको क्या करना चाहिए, बोलना चाहिए. Speak up, for your lips are not sealed and your words are still your own. This upright body is yours. Speak up while your soul is still your own. ठीक है, so this is the poet is saying. So now what the poet is saying, the poet is encouraging the people, है ना, whosoever is reading this poem, the poet is encouraging them to speak up clearly without having any fear in their mind or without having any hesitation. They should clearly speak up about whatever they are believing. ठीक है, so he wants the readers to raise their voice against the cruelty or the cruel behavior, or we can say the tyrannies of the Britishers that they had done with Indians. ठीक है, they want the readers that they should talk about the freedom speech. They must strongly express their feelings. They should be courageous enough to speak about. ठीक है, so this is what the poet is trying to tell us in the poem. Now the next is, look there in that smithy, it is red oven fairest flames. The padlocks are already opening their mouths and each fetter is skirting round. Now here the freedom struggle has been compared to a place, smithy. So what is smithy? Smithy is a place where the blacksmith works, है ना, जो लोहार की भट्टी जिसको हम बोलते हैं, वहां पर क्या है, आग है, गर्मी है, लोहा क्या है, पिघल रहा है. So it has been compared to what? Freedom struggle. So he is saying that though this smithy is what we see it inside the shop of a blacksmith. So these so there are locks, there are padlocks. Padlocks क्या होता है, बेसिकली ताला होता है, जो ऐसे यू शेप वाला ताला होता है, उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, पैडलॉक बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो वो क्या उसने एक्सप्रेस किया पोइट ने यहाँ पर कि अंदर रेड अवन है, चिंगारियां हैं. सो ऑल दिस ही हैज कंपेयर टू व्हाट, ही हैज कंपेयर टू this with the freedom struggle of the India, like this padlock, these metallic locks and shackles, जंजीरें, इन सबको उसने क्या बोला है कि ये हमारी क्या है, हमें बांध के रखा हुआ है ब्रिटिशर्स ने, and we should be like a fire flame. We should break away all these shackles. We should express our freedom and we should win our freedom. ठीक है, so he is saying that we should be speaking up like द ब्लैक स्मिथ है ना, वो उसकी जो भट्टी है उसमें क्या है, जल के लोहा को हम बदल सकते हैं, मोल्ड कर सकते हैं, ब्रेक कर सकते हैं. तो ही इज सेइंग दैट लाइक दैट ओनली वी शुड बी दैट मच करेजियस इनफ, वी शुड बी दैट मच स्ट्रॉन्ग इनफ टू एक्सप्रेस आवर फीलिंग्स. ठीक है. नाउ द लास्ट पैराग्राफ इज स्पीक अप नाउ फॉर टाइम्स रनिंग आउट बिफोर योर बॉडी एंड माइंड फेड अवे. टेल अस for truth is not yet dead. Speak up whenever you have whatever you have to say. Now the poet is saying that now is the right time. If you will not speak up, then later there will be no time left for you. So the time is running away, so you should be speaking up about this. ठीक है. तो उन्होंने बोला है कि speak up before the times run away and before your body and mind fade away. यानी कि तुम्हारी बॉडी तुम्हारा साथ छोड़ दे, तुम्हारा मन जो है वो तुम्हारा साथ छोड़ दे, सब धुंधला जाए, उससे पहले क्या करो, तुम अपनी बात जो है वो बोलो. ठीक है. Tell us for truth is not yet dead. उन्होंने बोला that you should be courageous enough to speak whatever the truth is, because it should not be like that. That truth should always prevail. Falsehood should not prevail. So for the sake of making the truth win, you should always speak up. ठीक है. Not yet. Speak up whatever you have to say. And he is saying that you should not be stopping. Whatever there is in your mind, you should be speaking. So basically this is a patriotic poem that the poet has through which the poet has tried to express that whosoever is reading the poem should express their feelings for the country. They should be courageous enough to fight. They should be courageous enough to break down the chains that the Britishers have put on us. Now we'll take up the question answers. The poet provokes the reader to speak up. What does he do? Why does he do so? The poet is provoking the reader to speak up because he is wanting that the readers should not be hesitant. They should be courageous enough to speak up and to express their freedom so that they can break all the chains away. Now the poet addresses the reader to come up with the truth. How does he do so? The poet says that the truth is not yet dead. That की truth जो है वो मरा नहीं है. So it is known to everyone that what is just. सबको पता है कि justice क्या है और injustice क्या है. What is right and what is wrong. So therefore अगर आप बोलोगे तो it should not be difficult for anyone to recognize कि जो भी बोला गया है वो सच है या नहीं है. तो इसलिए आपको क्या करना चाहिए, सच हमेशा बोलना चाहिए. How will the chains break? Now the chains will break only if you will express. You will be courageous enough to express your thoughts, your feelings, and you will be courageous enough to fight for the freedom. ठीक है. And if you will be dedicated and sincere enough to make efforts to bring your nation to make your nation free, then only we will be able to break the chains. Why does the poet urge the speaker to speak up now? The poet is urging the speaker to speak up now because he is saying that later your body, you may die, your mind may fade away, है ना. So this is the right time, so you should be speaking right now only. Do you think speak up is an effort of the poet to give voice to the voiceless? How? Yes, of course, speak up is an effort to give voice to the voiceless, because the poet is again and again requesting, again and again urging. So those people who are hesitant, they should not be hesitant and they should be speaking up freely and liberally. Now next question is, what are the metaphors that are used in the poem? There are so many metaphors like shackles, like flames, padlock, smithy. तो मेटाफर क्या होता है? बेसिकली वो वर्ड्स जिसमें हम किसी एक चीज का कंपैरिजन किसी और के साथ करें. जैसे हमने फ्रीडम मूवमेंट का कंपैरिजन किसके साथ किया है, कौन सी सिचुएशन के साथ, जो स्मिथी में जो है सिचुएशन होती है. What images does the poet draw from the blacksmith shop? So blacksmith shop से poet is drawing the images that the freedom fighters have created for our motherland, for the liberty of the motherland. ठीक है. जो अवन और फायरस फ्लेम्स हैं वो किसके साथ कंपेयर किया गया है, हमको करेज के साथ जो है वो कंपेयर किया है. ठीक है. और जो चेन्स हैं, फ्रेटर्स है, पैडलॉक्स हैं, उनको किसके साथ कंपेयर किया गया है, जो ब्रिटिशर्स ने हमारे ऊपर अत्याचार किए हैं या हमारे ऊपर जो रोक लगाकर रखी है. ठीक है. सो दीज आर द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स ऑफ दिस पोएम एंड दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन.